instead of looking for the reason of the problem outside, the whole thing has shifted to looking at the problem, the reason of the problem or the source of the problem, to the inside. Before coming to Swamiji, I wouldn't even have the confidence to look inside. Because see, all the fears that we carry even about outside, ultimately we are carrying in our inner space. So looking inside itself becomes like almost like you develop and analyze yourself. But anyway, coming back to your questions, Amritaji. So one example I would say is my job. So last 12 months ago, I was in a job, corporate job, for almost 12 years. And I worked in finance, I worked on Wall Street also. If 3 years ago, somebody told me, hey, be your own boss, I would just start shaking, because I wouldn't know where to start, how to do it, how I can manifest it, how I can even take responsibility and manage it. But 12 months ago, I got the courage, the confidence, the clarity, and it's all because of Swamiji's initiations, to quit my job and say, let us take the life into a new direction. And naturally, still I had to go through the fears. Still I had to go through the insecurities. Where will the money come from? How will I manifest? Can I actually take so much responsibility to manifest these things also? But so beautifully, the transformation has happened in the last 12 months. I've learned about new ways to manifest money, new ways to sustain myself. Ultimately realize that, in life, what are the necessities versus what are the wants? All this intelligence, all this clarity has come so beautifully, almost like a smooth sailing process. And when I look back, and if I ask myself, if I imagined how this will transform and so easily in 12 months, I will be settled like this, I could not even imagine this. But when I started the process, it was very clear, Swamiji is on my side. I am going to attend Paramashivoham. And this is the time I can take that risk. This is the time my inner space is ready for that next level, for that transformation. And I'm sure there are many more things ahead also. So much excitement has come into the life now, simply because of Swamiji. And there is, let me be very clear, there is no other contributing factor except Swamiji and Paramashivoham. And Paramashivoham is where Swamiji brings all the best things. See, I would say, before attending Paramashivoham, you may be perceiving Swamiji as a guru, friend, or guide. After attending Paramashivoham, your inner space gets linked to him. And now you start perceiving him as family or head of the family or somebody who really cares for you. That confidence he instills in you. And I would say no amount of money, no amount of fee can even match that gift. So I hope I answered the question.
That's great. Very nice. Very nice. Yes. Very important thing to our viewers. One takeaway is, how secure we feel, each one of us feel, being introduced, Swamiji, if that person is new, or just one glimpse of, Swamiji, you just see him once in one initiation, one program, 21-day initiation is just enough to each one of us feel secure, not just yourself, your whole family, and how we really feel how he is taking care of us. That's one wonderful aspect, take away for each one of us. Just that whether you relate with him as a guru, you relate with him as a father, you relate with him as a mother, whatever, or a teacher, whatever way you relate, each one of us relate different way, but your ability to relate with him enhances once you go through that 21-day initiation. So you're able to really absorb all the powerful cognitions, and also, just be ready and ripe, to radiate superconscious mutation. Just being, you just said so many things of, just a characteristic of a superconscious mutant. You're able to do many things, and you're able to go beyond, your impossibilities, and do something, something for yourself. Like you gave an example of being your own boss. Really, these are all some of the changes, that can bring, in yourself, how you relate within your family, your circle, community, etc., and it just beautifully brings so many changes, uncomparable, and like you said, no money can match to what everybody gets at the end of 21-day initiations. It's hard to just put a buck there. So I wanted to thank you for sharing that, Sauraji, and I wanted to also maybe ask you, how after your 21-day initiations, I'm sure you've attended many other programs in the past, and also with Paramashivoham 3, how you're able to kind of apply these very powerful cognitions to run many things in your life that were perceived obstacles earlier, but now things are very easily flowing. You're able to really do things. Maybe you can just give our viewers a glimpse of how things life after 21-day initiations can be, and how you are experiencing now. If you can give us a glimpse.
Sure, absolutely. I think I'll give a high-level answer and also very specific example also. See, before coming to Swamiji, I did not know how to handle fear. To be very honest. Any fear or any situation which can create fear in me, I will avoid like a plague. So whether it's confronting people, confronting life, confronting difficult conversations, even asking for a raise from the boss would invoke so much fear in my inner space. One thing, big transformation I've seen after attending Paramashivoham is the situations might be similar to the situations I was facing in the past, having a difficult conversation, asking people for help, thinking about how to manifest money, how to sustain myself, handling disappointments in life, especially in the finance. I'm in the finance field. I trade for a living, so it's a very volatile industry. So naturally, you have to deal with fear. And one thing which I realize is there is something in my inner space now which pushes back on the fear. And I wouldn't say I am doing it, or this is something that I have to put an effort into. Even if now, let's say a big decision is coming, I have to make an investment, or I have to take a big decision which is going to have a huge monetary impact, in my bank balance. So when that decision is coming, then earlier my whole intelligence would shut down. I will not be able to think properly. The clear data points will be in front of me, but because of the fear, I will not have that awareness, that clarity. After Paramashivoham, even if that fear comes, the inner space simply pushes back on the fear and says, hey, why are you focusing only on this possible negative outcome? What about the other 100 outcomes, which are either neutral or positive? So why is the mind focusing only on the impossibility of the situation and not focusing on the possibility that can come out of the situation? And I have to say, it is so magical. It has become so automatic now. In every situation, even when I'm having a difficult conversation with somebody or asking for help, etc., suddenly that fear will rise, and then automatically it will dissolve. And for me, and I'll be brutally honest here, I feel this was the biggest barrier of my life, stopping me from achieving anything, stopping me from trying new things. And Swamiji has just inserted in my inner space an automatic mechanism which just comes up. Anytime the fear comes up, this cognitions, these powerful cognitions will come up and will just finish it off. Such a beautiful gift. I just cannot, I'll be honest, I don't understand what Swamiji does. I don't know how initiations work. I don't know how he inserts these powerful cognitions into us. But I can tell you, I see how they work. Every day, just going into a difficult situation with this clarity, I have that spark inside me now. Swamiji is there. What's the worst that can happen? Such a empowering way of living for me specifically. See, all of us, I'm sure, like other participants may be struggling with different things, but I'm telling about this was my personal struggle. And just I would say Swamiji has just finished it. Swamiji has just transformed it. I would say actually transformed it, because see, when the fear comes, it also comes with a lot of energy. You have that extra energy that's created in your inner space, in your body also. Instead of freezing in that moment, with not able to handle that energy, now with the powerful cognition, simply that energy gets redirected to solve the problem. So again, mystical.
Great.
And how Swamiji works. But again, thank you so much to Swamiji.
You should only, we all are there to enjoy the mystical side of things, rather than thinking how things work. Not just enjoy. We're all there to really enjoy. And as you brought up, fear is one of the most important thing that people face, each and every human being face on this planet Earth, and overcoming that is a great challenge. And we are very fortunate to have overcome this through this 21-day initiations, with Swamiji's initiations, and really experiencing this very powerful life, and you're able to do so many things. Great. I really thanks for sharing such a very powerful story. And I wanted to ask you, there's one thing that you take away for you from Paramashivoham. What would you say to the viewers? They feel I can't miss Paramashivoham. I have to be sitting in the program from October 6th.
Real transformation happens at the feet of Swamiji. If we want end to suffering, if we want to experience joy, I've tried so many things in life. Nothing has worked. Only Swamiji has worked. And the best thing Swamiji has to offer is in Paramashivoham. That's all.
Great. Great. Thank you. I think that was great. And all the viewers here, listening to such a powerful story from Swamiji, you should, really right now jump on, register, and, go towards making, the, payment towards, the program. And I can say, if your intention is true to just sit, in the program, you will have it. You will manifest, the wealth, whatever is required for you to be sitting in, in that, program. We look forward to bringing in more live sharings, for Sakshi Pramanas from people who have, really powerful stories to share on a wide variety of, areas. So it's so our viewers can, really understand the depth of transformation happening, in the individuals. And really, these are permanent transformations, that are, happening, and great. Thank you, Saroji. Thank you. And I pass it on back to Gnanadva Maharaj, Nithyanandam.
Nithyanandam, thank you, Aya. Thank you, Saurabhji. And so, again, as Aya so beautifully and repeatedly and effortlessly was sharing, and in many respects also not intentionally, that the many dimensions that are cleansed and awakened by the initiations and darshans with the avatar is something you cannot describe, something you cannot know what to expect or exactly what will open up next. And actually, we often think like, in order to have success or to create my life as I want, or to maintain and sustain it, then I need to have something to fight against. I need to have something to grind on. There has to be some resistance that I have to overcome. So one of the side effects that happens by spending time with the living incarnation and having the darshans and initiations in the Paramashivoham 3 is that inner agitation simply disappears. So Saurabhji had shared how the fear had, the clutching of the fear emotion had simply disappeared. So that fear is actually available energy to manifest what you want. And rather than creating the thought again and again that what I don't want to have happen is going to happen, and holding on to that and manifesting that fear is no longer clutching on top of me, and I can focus on actually manifesting what I want to manifest with the energy that fear brings and use that to create what I want rather than being overcome by it. So anyone who wants any help, support manifesting anything in their life, please put a message in the social media platform on which you are currently. And Swamiji has declared already, he immediately blesses and gives his spiritual blessing for any message blessing request you put in any of the official platforms. And you can register your intention now with what is your intention for yourself and or others to attend the October 6th Paramashivoham 3 Season 3 with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism at kailasa.org/Paramashivoham. You can start your preparation today in Paramashivoham 1 by going to events.kailasa.org and start into the classes, initiations, and preparation now. So thank you everyone for joining us, and thank you Swamiji, and we'll see everyone again next time. Thank you so much. Nithyanandam.